Hello YouTube, what's up? It's me, Sabotage. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but here's a few things that have happened. One, I still don't have a new computer. And I'm using my sister's computer right now. Two, last video I uploaded, I talked about me being in a band and shit. Well, yeah, we're working on our album, which should be out late February, early March. And three, my sister gave me this fucking shit ass flu because my sister's a taint. So I've just been sitting here alone doing nothing but watching Game Grumps. And one thing I've discovered is that if you know Danny from the Game Grumps, he is in a band called Ninja Sex Party. Not kidding. That's the name of the band. And, yeah, he's in a band called Ninja Sex Party, and his band name is Danny Sexbang, not shitting you. And his bandmate, his name is Ninja Brian. Now, what I've discovered about this from watching various Let's Plays, this comes from Space Quest 3. I think you may know where I'm going here. Or Space Quest 4, sorry. I think it's Space Quest 4. Fuck if I know. Anyway, what's going on here is that okay, back. Danny, or his bandmate Ninja Brian, would always annoy Danny by threatening to give him a blowjob. Now, this has gotten so out of hand that Ninja Brian wrote an erotic fan fiction about him giving Danny a BJ, which is actually what this fan fiction is called. The BJ by Ninja Brian. Anyway, I figured because I can't fucking read for shit, I am gonna read the BJ by Ninja Brian. Here we go. This is in 5 chapters, by the way. Chapter 1. I've never done this before. At least not with another man, said Danny as he entered Brian's luxurious penthouse apartment overlooking Central Park. The smell of pure undiluted testosterone was nearly overpowering, although Danny was determined to continue through towards what he imagined would be the most intense physical pleasure he had ever experienced. Brian just nodded and motioned Danny towards the trapdoor to the Beejatorium. The Beejatorium. It was gonna be one hell of a Tuesday night. My phone was a rusty dickhole and cut out this clip, so I gotta redo this one. Anyway, I'm gonna be changing camera angles each chapter just to fuck with all of you. Here we go. Chapter 2. Danny opened the trapdoor only to reveal a staircase covered in the finest velvet, leading into the darkness below. The strains of The Passage to Bangkok wafted through the air, played by the system on Brian's private helicopter, which was stationed just outside the window to the apartment, hovering, waiting. Danny began to head downstairs, but quickly stopped when he realized that Brian was no longer behind him. Danny looked around the room and quickly found Brian relaxing on a furred chase lounge just below the crystal chandelier. Slowly applying layer upon layer of his vanity brand of lip balm, transient decadence. Now it was Danny's turn to beckon Brian, who put the cover on his lip balm and placed it promptly in his front right pocket, so that the outline of the hard, cylindrical plastic case formed a a delicate protuberance visible through the waist fringes of his professionally tailored leather pants. Brian fixed his gaze on Danny, slowly rose up out of the chase, and playfully yet brusquely pushed Danny down the stairs in a way that was initially not cool, but gradually became cool. As Danny tumbled down the velvet, a sly smile crept across his face as he realized that this evening was going to be about one thing and one thing alone: him. I fucking hate my sister. Anyway, chapter 3, Next Darkness. Danny awoke slowly. He could not tell how much time had passed. Perhaps only seconds, but possibly hours. Although Danny's eyes had not yet adjusted to the darkness around him. He could sense movement. The stench of man sweat assaulted his tender nostrils. In much the same way, he would soon have his junk assaulted by Brian's eager, probing mouth. He could still faintly hear Rush playing in the darkness. Oh, sorry, I just got a weird-ass notification on Instagram. Where was I? The stench of man sweat assaulted his tender nostrils in much the same way that he would soon have his junk assaulted by Brian's eager, probing mouth. He could still faintly hear Rush playing in the darkness, but the song had moved on to the live version of Tom Sawyer, which the band had played at Brian's celebrity-filled 39th birthday party, held on international waters on a chartered yacht captained by supermodels. You can tell that Brian wrote this himself. As his limbs brushed against 500 thread count satin velvet sheets, Danny realized that he was in Brian's custom-made solid oak bed. Somebody must have gently placed him there while unconscious, and although he had no memory of the event, Danny appreciated the tender way in which he had been tucked in, stripped of all his clothes, given a full body shave, rubbed down with white rose petals, and patted dry. Suddenly, the sound of freshly moistened lips smacking together rang through the darkness, and a shadow approached